Hello everyone! Hello! Cesare here with more World of Warcraft. Joining me is, of course, Piamet,
Hello.
or Wintrig as you might know her from Twitch. We have with us Smoochykins, the Jub, Miro, and Luminol. This area does not do much for showing the names of my character. The snow kind of gets in the way. So, last week we made some pretty good headway into Icecrown. We did most of this. We finally finished off Crusader Bride and Bed, much to Piamet's joy. We finished off all of the Burning Crusade dungeons finally. And now, this week, we're actually going to get started on the Wrath of the Lich King dungeons. So, with that said, we're going to start off today's stream with Utgarde Keep. Now, this dungeon, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
This dungeon takes place over in the Howling Ford. It's right around this area here. It
We didn't go there.
yeah, we did not go there. It's a pretty nice short dungeon, if I remember correctly. I don't remember it taking too long. We have Smoochykins. Excellent. There it is. See, we only have 3 bosses. Hey, Silly.
Hello.
Silly, if you have a Horde character around level 75-ish, you can, well, actually 60 to 80, I don't think it really matters. You can come with us to...
I only have Valky.
Yeah. You can come with us to,
Hello.
Shit houses.
Old Kingdom.
Good luck, friend.
Well, I don't need a necklace because we're using the heirloom one. Whoa.
So these guys are a race called... Did that thing just... Somebody just taunt? Oh, the boss taunt it. Alright.
I probably also got a threat somehow.
Yeah, it's because I was focusing on this one that Moth was taunting.
I hit 5 reflexively for Soothing Mist instead of 9. And I realized that must be what my bind was way long ago. Back when Mop was new and such. Paladin's pulling all the thread.
Almost done. Yeah, if you got a 61 to 80 character, you can come with us to Honkahet, the Old Kingdom, after this.
It's true. Man, those mobs hit hard.
Yes, they do. Good, you're not trying to use shield wall. I was trying to use ignore pain. Oh.
Probably my UI font is not correct.
So I don't actually have too much lore knowledge about this place. The Varkul are just an old race of people that apparently humans started as.
I wonder if people still do the thing on the end boss.
They sneak around to the side or to the pillars.
Yeah.
It's a good question. We're gonna find out.
Alright, we're supposed to loot those things.
So the Vikings are pulling those chains and it's causing fire to come out of that giant skull furnace there. Can more than one person loot these, or?
No.
It doesn't look like it. Alright. That's cool.
It was a bad quest.
I remember there being a lot throughout the dungeon, so it's just
Yeah, I have 3 now.
Yeah, the Vikings were older humans. I guess a mutation caused them to get rid of their baby or something, and they found a river and they found a way to the Arathi Islands or something, and there we go, humans. But I don't know if that's like literally true or if that's just like the lore that says that. The legend.
Also has one of the dudes.
Yes, it does.
Wow.
These guys are apparently allied with the Lich King as well. I mean, why not? I mean, makes sense that they'd be allied with the Lich King. It's actually good that we're doing this dungeon too. It's one of the areas we're going to an ice crown. Has some bright fuel in it.
No.
Hey, I love that.
Good job. Sneak away.
Kind of
Oh fuck, sorry, I was customizing my bigwigs.
probably not the best time to be doing that.
Sorry, I only just found how to do it. I've been looking at it between poles. I didn't think you would die.
Well, this is one of the harder pulls in the dungeon, if you remember.
Nah, it's fine, it's fine. No, I want the dungeon group to know I'm sorry. Use your shout again. Yeah, the thing is, like, normally my huts are enough for a while.
Yeah, well, the photo drakes and the handlers, they're hit really
Yeah,
hard.
sorry.
So.
Like, this shit came up on my screen and it was in, like, a weird font, and I needed to change it. That time you used shield wall, it was, like, the wrong spawn, and I don't know why. Sight.
Sorry, I had to run over there because Hunter decided to run it through one of the mobs there. People don't seem to recognize when I'm moving things around on purpose, so that it makes it easier for them to kill them.
Yeah, or that line of sight is a thing.
Prince Keliseth, one of the Senlan.
Your blood is mine! Aranel Ladell! Their fate shall be yours! Not so long.
He stuns me and they gotta break out the Frost Tomb, which is great because then all these ads come out, so I can't pick any of them up and nobody's breaking out the Frost Tomb, because...
Oh.
Not so long.
And I'm in the Frost Tomb again? You fuck. Why is this guy such a dick?
Yeah, I don't know why it's focusing you only.
Not so long.
Oh look.
Is that what it does?
Apparently.
Oh, I forgot Essence Spawn is a thing.
I've been spell reflecting the boss, but it's funny, every time I use spell reflect, he stops casting Shadow Bolt. Hey, Infantry Assault Blade, I remember getting that. Oh, we can't go on in this dungeon now.
What? Why?
Look. In there.
Oh, ghouls?
Yeah, tunneling ghouls. Look, they're just there. They're smacking the walls. They think they're adorable. They are not.
What? They aren't.
Of course they are. Hey Hunter, we wanna stop interrupting my efforts to run things around walls, please?
There's no time.
Apparently. Oh guys, oh. I thought those guys were gonna be tougher, so I used my demoralizing shout.
Oh, now you know. They're shit.
It only has a 45-second wait time, so no big deal. Okay, we can let those ghouls stay alive. Basically, when you go through the Howling Ford, you do a lot of quest fighting with the Vrykul, and then this is like the early level culmination of the zone. There are some dungeons in this same actual castle when you come back, but...
I can't believe I forgot about Essence Spawn.
I can. It's been a while since we played.
What? We played last week, didn't we?
Yeah, but it's a
Oh.
whole week. And then there's Dragon Roar. I keep forgetting that ability exists.
Oh. What does that do?
AoE damage.
Oh. Well, shit. Should use that.
I have been in this dungeon, but I normally forget it exists.
I usually forget one of my abilities exists, to be fair.
And then just use Dragon. Oh good, I interrupted the rune of protection.
Nice. Messages. Ah, there's the font thing. Why was that fucked up? Bigwig's got an update, and I guess it reset my fonts.
Oh.
Yeah. That's not cool. They were all skinned to be like LUI, and then it changed the font to be like some kind of basic, font. Like, ew, no, this completely clashes.
Sorry, Ghoul. This has to be done.
Oh yeah, it does.
I don't remember what the gimmick to this fight is. I know what they, like, one of them revives after he dies, I think.
Yeah, I think it's either one. Just mark one. Focus.
Oh, not really to do that.
Which one are you focusing? The faster? Oh, okay, you did it.
Into the fray.
What did I just do? I just drank some shit. Oh, it was a potion.
What sort of necromancer lets death stop him? I knew you were worthless.
Did I actually get thread on the necromancer? No, he just does whatever he wants, it looks like. There we go.
I remember back in the day you had to loot both of them.
Yeah.
This actually isn't an upgrade because the secondary stats. I don't know how much like one primary stat compares to losing like two.
Well, I remember in Warlords, I
Right,
think it was.
7 haste.
I remember in Warlords, like, primary stats were so valuable compared to everything else. Or maybe...
Yeah, warlords are shit though.
Was it Warlords? Maybe it was Mob. But,
Well, it's been like that for a long time, but it's just like one, and because of the stat squish, that was like a much better stat squish than they had done in the past.
yeah.
I guess.
Just
Uh.
normally, or there was one expansion where the primary stats were just so over-tuned compared to the secondary stats that it was just really ridiculous.
Well, Wrath, I think, for most things, it was. Unless you use armor penetration.
Armor penetration. I missed that. So, back in Wrath of Lich King, which is the expansion we're in right now for those that are tuning in, you could gem
the
your gear.
content.
Starting in Burning Crusade, and what gemming did was it gave you extra stats, which I am actually finding a use for in
Wait, you
BFA.
have to spell that bubble with your Arcane Torrent.
I'll have to try.
I just used mine for mana, but I was too far away.
I'll have to try. Anyway,
We might not come across any more of those.
there's a runecaster right here.
I didn't cast it.
It hasn't cast full yet. Yes, it did.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I think I may have broken it before I got out. Anyway,
That's weird.
and one of the things you could gem in Wrath was armor penetration, which does what it sounds like. You just bypass a bit of their armor.
There it is.
Yeah, well, my thing's on cooldown now.
Oh. So is mine.
Anyway, you bypass a bit of their armor. And it would just increase the amount of damage you do because some of your damage is just not mitigated by armor. Which sounds pretty cool, and it is pretty cool. But it got broken to the point where by the time you got to Ice Crown, Citadel, you could have 85% armor penetration, 90%, something ridiculous like that.
Yeah, and also it's really complicated and no one really understood how exactly it worked. Just that, like, the more you got, the better it scaled.
Right?
Or something, I don't know. It was ridiculous. So then they removed it.
Yeah. It was, I really enjoyed having it, and that's what I gemmed my Blood Death Knight as, because when
Just like melee DPS went out.
Because my Blood DK, when Death Knights first came out, every spec could be a tank, and every spec could be a healer, a DPS. And I was Blood DPS, and I absolutely loved it. But then they changed it so that Blood was a tank, Frost was a dual-wield DPS, and Unholy was the two-handed sword melee with a ghoul. And I swapped to Unholy, and was happy I did, but I was very upset at first because they greatly changed my
And paint my face with your blood!
So this guy is the end boss. This is Ingvar the Plunderer. He'll paint his face with our blood. That's the main thing you need to recognize about this guy. But you smash. That's right, I can dodge that. Starring Roar. Good try, man. Good try. And look! We win. He's dead.
My life for the death god!
The hunter's doing it.
Ingvar, your
Look, there's a
pathetic
vac here.
failure will serve as a warning to all. You are damned. Arise and carry out the Master's will.
I return! A second chance to carve your skull!
Yeah, see, those other two people took damage, but we didn't. Because we're cool. Might as well use that.
That's weird. Dark Smash still hits me even if I am not in front of him.
Because he's empowered now.
Yeah. Smash I can get out of the way of. And there he goes.
Good job.
So it's kind of cool having a boss that had a face too in a normal dungeon when that came out.
And now, I can show this.
Oh yeah, and then if you ride back, oh, did you make sure you got his head?
Yeah.
I don't think it gave me his head, did it?
Yeah, you got it.
Okay. Yeah, so you can hop on the Green Hawk Strider. And then
I
if you
just
go
love
over
to
here,
use the group up with me.
and then if you jump down here, you land in some water, and you are...
What?
Did that person just die?
Yeah. Oh, they hit the wall or something. Oh.
Anyway, you jump down again and you hit water. Normally, you're not supposed to die if you touch the water. That's weird.
I've never seen that happen.
Well,
Pretty
you've,
sure.
you've seen
Maybe
that.
I did.
You've seen that happen just with a little more intervention by the player base, such as at the end of Trial of
Oh,
the Crusader.
I mean, like, specifically here.
I still remember
What
that.
brings you here?
Well, wait, we'll save that
Possibly.
story now. We'll save that story.
No.
This is just the tip of the iceberg, so to speak. And she's giving us a ring, the Executioner's Band. Cool.
Did you get all your shits?
All my weapons, yes. And I get a necklace, which is better when I
Well,
got.
this is interesting. On the agility one, it says 4 specializations: Windwalker, Brewmaster.
Farewell.
But I don't want any of these because my heirloom necklace is better. And then I get bracers that are best.
Alright, now we're going to leave the instance group, and there we go. So, sorry I don't have any more lore about Utgarde Keep and that. There's just, it's a freshly made thing for Wrath of the Lich King, and they didn't really do much with it beyond. The Reichul are here, they're the native residents of Northrend, and that's about it.
Actually, maybe the other bracers I got are better. How did I determine what?
Alright, I'm going to stop this recording.